You know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes. Check us out.
Jacobian, welcome to UrbanCast. I'm Jack, and I'm joined tonight by my co-host Damon, also known as Lotto, always talking about sports. On behalf of our platform and the entire Central Louisiana community, we are proud of you. We're watching your journey from Ash through Ash, and now standing as an LSU Tiger, preparing for the NFL draft.
Yes, sir.
It's really powerful, brother.
Sir, honored to be here.
All right. It's also a big football night tonight, so we ain't gonna really try to rush you. But 7:30 getting started. Damon said we can't go beyond 7:30, so so we're gonna be kind of tight on the questions. The Houston Texans are taking on Pittsburgh, right? And there's a lot of talk about this being one of Aaron Rodgers' final games. There are fans everywhere trying to get into that game tonight. The energy around football is real. Tonight, to our guest out there, tonight isn't just about football, though. It's about perseverance, purpose, faith, and what comes next in the journey. And again, tonight we have with us Mr. Jacobian Guillory. How's it going there, Mr. Guillory?
Yes, sir, going good. Just got done. I just got home not too long ago from working out today.
Oh, okay. All right. Damon, it's on you, man.
All right, good to see you, brother. Like I say, before we came on, I'm a big fan of, LSU Tigers. Very important to me. So, but one of the first things I want to say to you, when you made your announcement that you were, declaring for the draft, that you were going pro, you said that it wouldn't be possible without God. And and when you said that, you said, without, he made a way. So during the toughest moments, especially, when you got injured and you wasn't sure what the future was, what was your future, how did your faith practically show up in your day-to-day, or how you carried on, through that? How did you fight through that, knowing that God would guide you through that?
Oh, well, I was first saying, like, when we started rehabbing, it was a lot of, slow moments because I had to relearn how to walk and stuff like that. But regardless of that, I just kept pushing through, and I know my faith and my girlfriend was here with me, and we prayed every day. My family was here, so it wouldn't. I wouldn't say it was just only faith. My family was here with me also.
Okay. I didn't know you had to learn to walk again, man.
Man. It's a whole new process, man.
Wow.
Wow, that is something when you think about having to walk again. I'm sitting here thinking
about right. Wow.
Yeah, I think I was on bed rest for like 4.5 months.
What was that injury, right, Fad? What was your injury?
Ruptured Achilles.
Okay.
All right. So when you look back on your journey, there were moments when things didn't just go according to plan, especially dealing with that injury. Was there a point where faith had to carry you when football couldn't? And how did that shape you to where you are today, bro?
I think, like I kept saying, man, not only with faith, but my family. At the same time that I was bedridden, my son was at the same time too. So we were just sitting there laying up together, and just going back to days where it was hard, like just leaning on my faith and just trusting in God, because He had a plan for me. I just didn't see it then, but not knowing that His plan played out like this, I'd rather not have another way. I wouldn't want to have it another way.
How old is your son?
He's 1.5.
Oh, we got a lot of energy on him.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's one of the things that I always say, man. I tell my kids, you got to have somebody to do it for. You may not do it for yourself.
Right.
It's gonna be hard to do it for yourself, but it's easy to do it for somebody else. So
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that you got that. But me being, I told you earlier, man, me being a big football fan and me always talking about sports.
Mm-hmm.
First, I got one friend, Tony Gilbert, Coach Tony Gilbert. He played for Georgia in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
But man, what's it like to play in the SEC, man?
Oh man, I think
we
was talking about this earlier.
Like, dude, like playing in the SEC at one of the biggest programs and one of the biggest stadiums with the biggest expectations. What's that life like? That's probably got to be. Unless you live it, you probably can't imagine it.
I mean, I don't look at it as that. I know with the expectations coming with being in a program like this, I mean, my expectations are still to win every game, perform to my highest. So I think when your expectations kind of go hand in hand with what everybody else expects, I mean, it can only go as far as you take them. So this year, we obviously didn't have the year we wanted, but I feel like it's building on to what next year has in store, and I think those expectations will be met next year.
And what I coach the kids, I coach basketball, and one of the things I tell them, life is about sports is about life lessons.
Right.
It's only one winner. It's 300 Division I teams.
Yeah.
It's only one winner at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in every sport. So as long as you accomplish those other things, those other goals along the way,
right.
Winning is what you hope for, but learning is more important than winning. So as long as you learn it through that process, like you said,
right.
that's more important. Winning is important. You want to win, but you also want, like you said, you left a legacy for the upcoming players.
Right.
Hey, y'all got to play to this the standard. Me and Jack say it all the time. The standard is the standard.
Right.
So LSU's football comes with national attention weekly, scrutiny, championship expectations. How did you learn to handle that environment mentally while still focusing on, the individual growth and role on the team?
I think breaking it down as simple as like, I don't see it as that. I'm just a football player and I want to win football games. And then when you make it that easy, it's kind of easier to maneuver around everything that's going around, because like for me, like that's never just been, why I came here. I came here to, play football, hopefully win a championship one day. Like my mindset is just different already. So I don't think it's that difficult to maneuver around all the expectations and everything. Because like I said earlier, I still have those same expectations of winning every game.
Is that something that started over at Ash?
Mm-hmm. I feel like with Coach Bobman, just the mindset of, just doing your part as a team, like not only as a teammate, like not only on the field but off the field too. Like with the community, obviously like Baton Rouge in the best, and I did my part in like doing stuff for with the NIL money that I got, like just doing stuff for the Boys and Girls Club, like having donations from the Boys and Girls Club from our moms and stuff like that. But like Coach Bobman really like, he wanted not only to make his football team better, but the community better. And I feel like when I got here, I just wanted to be able to take those steps too.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing about sports at a young age. It's the impact that you can have beyond sports. You only gonna, at the highest level, you only gonna be there till you're 35.
Right.
That's if you're healthy and now what you're gonna do the next 50 years. Sports is an avenue for the next 50 years. If you get the blessing from above to be able to get a 10, 12-year professional career, but what do you learn through that process to give back? And so for you to hear Jack probably don't even know what NIL is. For you to even mention that and say that you took your NIL money and gave it back to the boys club, hey man, triple salute for that, because we got, and I hate to get messy right now, Jack, but I got to. Because that young man say he took some of his NIL money and gave back to the Boys and Girls Club. We got preachers and churches in our communities that don't do that. So appreciate you, young man, for doing
Sure,
that.
thank you.
But let me get back on subject before I get too passionate. You show real drive.
We ain't gonna talk about number sports over here tonight, all right?
Yeah, right. Hey, Jack, NIL. Hey, that man say to his
I know what NIL.
That man say to his NIL money, back to the Boys and Girls Club. You know that what saved me.
Yeah.
You say that push a button to me, brother. But you show real drive and fight coming back from injury and using your 6 year of eligibility to prove to NFL scouts that you're still a serious force. Outside of the goal of playing at the next level, what motivated you to push yourself to return at a level that showed you're still on the upward trajectory that you were before that injury?
I think that, and this kind of starts back from high school, like you were saying earlier. It's just like having that drive to quit, never quit what you started. Like, and I tell this story all the time. Like, that's why I never wanted to leave LSU. Like, regardless of what kind of situation we were in or what the season looked like, I never wanted to leave LSU, because when I signed, that was a commitment for me. And like being at LSU is just more about just the football, and doing it here just means a lot more because I'm from Louisiana, and like I lost the question because I literally talk about this all day.
Hey, and I ain't gonna. I'm gonna let Jack ask you this. I'm gonna switch questions since you said that. But as a product of Alexandria and Sinlaw, what does it mean to you to be at LSU, the flagship university of the state, knowing that your entire community back home is rooting for your success and your future opportunities? Because we have had kids from our community go play Division I at other schools and stuff like that, but to be able to play and shine at LSU, and when you make a play, they say Jacobian Guillory from Alexandria, Louisiana. What does that mean to you?
I mean, for me, it just shows that regardless of like where you're from in Alexandria, like you can make it. And like I just want to show everybody back home that like all you need is a drive and grit and never want to give up on what you're doing, and you'll succeed. And I feel like I've shown all those things, leading up to my career. And I'm finna, not finna, but I will reap the benefits and go play in the NFL.
Right.
Well, and Jacobian, what we're really trying to drive at tonight is something that we're seeing across the board with all three of you guys coming from Ash, and that is, in your case, your injury tested your patience, your confidence, and your identity. What did that season of recovery teach you about yourself beyond football? And I want you to talk in terms, Jacobian, in terms of if you was talking to that 9th grader, that 8th grader that's sitting out there right now that might be listening to our conversation, how would you answer him and saying and telling him about these little obstacles that's going to get in the way? And
I think for me, for one, when I went down, I think a lot of people see it as something bad or just stuff like that, or just trying to downplay it. But for me, it was just a blessing in disguise, because it slowed me down. It got me. I got to appreciate everything that was going on. I got to be in the moment and not worry about the future so much. And like I really appreciated like learning the paces. What you're talking about, like just being a father, like. Over that time, I got to be at home with my son every single day, and a lot of dads around everywhere don't really get that opportunity to, like, because of work or regardless of what you have going on. You never know the situation. But I got a chance to be patient and like just be a father, and I think that ultimately made me like more patient as a man. And then I feel like me having my family behind my back like this whole year just made me play harder and just better.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's another thing, that I keep hearing as a theme from you is about being a father.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very important, for young men like yourself and for our audience to understand,
Right.
especially our male audience to understand the importance of being a father, making that connection and understanding that, you got somebody else to do it for. So it's another thing, to be proud, and I'm proud, of young man like yourself with the opportunity you got in front of yourself, and you constantly saying, your son, because that's how I function. I don't like if I didn't have my 5, I'd be sitting at the poker table in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Definitely teach you a lot, man.
Yeah, I lose everything. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have my 5. So them kids, every time I had something going on, hey, here come another. That was a blessing from God, So,
yeah.
But let's talk about history a little bit, man. With yourself, Trey, Colvin, and Bud Clark all declaring for the draft in the same year. We kind of some nerds over here at UrbanCast. So, we looked at some data, and it's not often that a high school has 3 players declaring for the draft with the possibility to get drafted at the same time. So, you see that at like IMG, you see that at these schools, where they basically get they get to decide who come from all over the country.
Right.
Because you guys had to do it, from y'all school district, basically, Alexandria, So what is about Ash program and about the Pacific group of your group of guys that, made this happen at a local school where, it was able to produce, in my eyes, 3 NFL players?
I think from the day like we walked in, Coach Bobman always told us, like, not us specifically, like the whole class 2020, that we were all special. And I think with me, Bud, and Trey, man, I think it was a lot of nights that, things didn't go our way or something like that, but we were just like, we were product of our environment, just learn to fight through. And at the end of the day, like we will play in NFL, and we didn't even, I've talked to both of them since I've been down here. We haven't even thought about it like that, man. But that goes to show you, like, all we know is work, and we just want to see each other at the top.
Hey, and that was from I didn't get the I personally talked to Bud before, we interviewed Bud before, but this recent time I didn't get to talk to him. But I did talk to Trey and talking to you, and all 3 of you guys had some level of adversity, some level of setback, that some people would have just gave up.
Right.
But you guys took that as a stepping stone. Like, okay, and one of the things that you said was work. Is you put, that's something else you learn from sports. I went through a health episode for an entire year. I was passing out. I still had to work. I was fighting in airports. I was fighting in Walmart, but I still had to work. I still had to put my head down and work. And I still had to fight through that adversity. So the hear all 3 of you guys coming out the class of 2020, of course, that's the COVID year. And then each one of you that had some type of injury or some setback, but yet here we are. And when the draft come up, in that process, all you guys gonna at least get the opportunity to make an NFL roster. That's amazing within itself to know that, you guys come from the class of 2020. you all had adversity, but here we are with all three of y'all with the possibility to, and I like you said, not the possibility. All three of y'all are gonna play on Sundays.
Right.
You know, that's an amazing thing, and that's an amazing mind state to hear y'all at such a young age have that mind state. You know, like it ain't if, it's when. I don't know what the process. I don't care what I go through. The win coming. You know.
See, Jacobian saying that's not all that important, but to us in the community, Jacobian, it is really important because you know when you take the dynamics of what's going on here in the city of Alexandria, and we have a local high school, brother, that's performing at the level of an elite prep school. You know, where parents are paying, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year for their kids to be there. And yet here, a little old public school in the city of Alexandria, of all places, you know, if all of the negative stuff you got to say about Alexandria, look at what Alexandria just produced. And so to us, you know, when we were looking at that and looking at that data, man, y'all really making all of Alexandria proud because you're saying all of this stuff is possible. And to see you guys, walking out of school with degrees and stepping into that next level, bro, it is something to be talked about. And we're gonna talk about it over here at UrbanCast. I don't know about this. I don't know about the other media outlets are going to talk about it, but we are going to talk about it. Y'all are approximately the chances of this happening is about 1 in 10,000. So
really, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
To have three high school players on the same team in the same class to be eligible for the NFL draft is a little bit over 10,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know we only have 46,000 people in our city.
Yeah.
So
y'all in a very elite group, bro.
Yeah, you guys very elite.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you like I told Travion and like I told Jack and tell Bud. Hey, I need tickets, man. First, two tickets for me and Jack.
Yeah.
We can't make all of y'all first game. If we can, it's possible. But
I got you, man. For sure.
We hope you come to the Saints because we need any kind of help.
You know, one of my old LSU coaches at the Saints, Bo Davis, he told D-line.
Oh, yeah. Coach Bo. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, brother, we need you, brother. Look, I moved that for life now.
And they're going to Trey Mama say she praying for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man,
like I say, brother, you know, it's amazing, you know, and one of the things that, you know, for the audience, the young guys and the young ladies listening, you know, Jacobian he playing football and his life, you know, the stuff he going through is football, right? But it also transitioned to regular life, adversity, overcoming, setbacks. You know, he doing that to chase his football dream. Y'all could be doing that to chase your nursing dream, your doctor dream, your lawyer dream. You know, don't let setbacks and don't let injuries and don't let the naysayers stop you from becoming what you want to become. Because like you said, all you did was put your head down and go to work.
Yes,
you
sir.
ain't never thought about what the outcome, what the possible. I just put my head down and I'm going to work, you know. So as long as I do that the best of my ability, I'm going to get the best results. So, you know, that translates to everything, to everybody on here. You know, put your head down, do the best you can, you get the best results. So to hear, you know, y'all young men, I'm going to have to ask Coach Bachman about this.
Yeah.
But y'all young men, hey, y'all some special young men, brother. Y'all got y'all head on straight. Y'all know what y'all want. And you want the sports. You want the internet, but you guys also got the degrees just in case, you know. So I appreciate you guys for showing that aspect as well, man. You know, and I wish you the best, brother. I can't wait to see you sack Joe Burrow. I know that I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you tackle Derrick Henry.
Yes,
Hey, I can't wait. And hey, I got me a partner playing in the NFL. You my partner now, so I can't wait to see yeah, that's my home. I just made that play.
Already.
Yep. So, Jacobian, do you have anything else you want to say to the folk here in Alexandria right now? If you
really just throughout this process, just hang on because it's something happening. Something gonna happen.
Yeah, you know, Jacobian, what's next up for you? What's up for you?
Right now, I think, like I was telling you earlier, I think me and Trey are training at the same spot at AP Fitness out here in Dallas, and Bud's in Frisco training at the Star. I don't know what the name of the place is, but he's in Frisco, not too far. But since Bud has his family down here and I got my family down here, we were gonna meet up with each other too.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So y'all just training now, and what's the next date for y'all?
Right now, I'm trying to wait for a combine invite, if not pro day, and then draft.
Okay, so combine, then pro day, and then draft. All right.
Yeah, you should. I mean, you should definitely get a combine invite. All three of y'all should get a combine invite. I mean, LSU, you play nose tackle at LSU, brother. You shit. I mean, sorry for cussing, but
that's a beat.
That'll be
All right.
Hey, man, but yeah, blessings on all that. You know,
yes, sir.
Like I say, hey, man, you can make the Hall of Fame. Tom Brady win the 6th round. Brock Purdy was the last pick of the draft. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
You got undrafted free agents that's in the Hall of Fame. So
yes, sir.
When you get your shot, brother, take advantage of it. And we here to support you throughout that whole process. You know,
yes, sir. Thank
whatever you need from us, UrbanCast here for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and on Thursday, for those of you guys who are watching out there, we'll be interviewing Coach Bachman on Thursday at 7. We also have the Blackhawks coach. They're the 8U and 10Us over within the Central City Stars. One of their coaches is going to be with us on Wednesday. And Tuesday night, look, I'm backing up. Tuesday night, we're going to be at the city council meeting. So I'm going to be going and do some that boring stuff tomorrow night, but I'm going to get right back to the fun stuff on Wednesday and Thursday. Jacobian, thank you so much for your time and your honesty and for representing Alexandria and Central Louisiana, you know, and the school I graduated. So I'm going to say that.
Love to say that.
Oh, definitely go ahead. I wore that part. Yeah, I was in there.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah,
proud graduate.
Yes,
and I always got to say that.
Yeah, I gotta say it. You know, and I taught at Peabody though, but so you know, hey, it is what it is.
Right.
Central Louisiana, you know, for representing Central Louisiana the right way. And to
yes,
our
sir.
audience out there, thank you for always supporting us. We want to send a special thank you to Sattlers Towing, Long's Product, Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, United Wrestling Entertainment, Nader's International Market, and Threadhead Embroidery. For all of you guys out there, stay locked in. This is just the beginning. Yep. Hang in there, Jacobian, and we're going to go ahead and end this thread.
Thank y'all.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned gym?